Alright, I know you're cute and all, but do you really have to stare at yourself in the water like that, Lamb Chop? Have some humility, man. Hello everyone, I am ThirdMarioBrother, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon HeartGold. In the last episode, we brought our team over here to the Violet City Flying-type gym and defeated its leader, Falkner, earning ourselves our first badge, the Zephyr badge. And in this episode, we'll be blowing this popsicle stand because Falkner told us that we should head out to Azalea Town. And given that he's a gym leader and probably knows what he's talking about, we will do exactly that. But first, this guy looks awfully suspicious chilling around here behind the Pokemon Mart, looking left and right like someone's looking for him. Apparently he spins. Bonjour, you are trainer? Oh boy. Here comes my incredibly stereotypical, incredibly offensive, and incredibly inaccurate French accent. I'm sorry in advance to any French people in my audience. Battle Gym Leader, when you did? Yeah, I guess. Ooh la la, very indeed nice. Well, the game is as stereotypical as I am. You can't blame me. Wait, can I talk to you? Yes, you can just tell him the opposite thing. So apparently this guy has got amnesia along with, a very thick accent. And whoa, he is moving fast, man. He's not even running and we can barely keep up. Here, teacher I am. Good it is you study here. Hopefully he doesn't teach English classes, because he's got to work on that. Or maybe it's a trainer school, and I guess that's exactly what it is, because these guys are sitting here playing Pokemon, and they are getting away with it. But what do you have to say to us? Not the television. I mean, I'd love to watch some Sesame Street, just not right now. Oh, I am. Wonderful at Pokemon, yes. Teach you I will to be a better trainer. What you want to know? Want to be a winner is you? I feel like a native French speaker wouldn't have these particular grammatical errors. He sounds more like a native Japanese speaker speaking English, but here we go, I guess. Teach you I will. In battle, Pokemon top on list. The walking one, jump out first. Change order in list. Make battle easy, maybe. More from me you want to hear? No, thank you. I'm alright. In fact, I feel like instead of doing a proper trainer school like they did in Generation 3 or something like that, they threw the Japanese text from the original game into Google Translate in order to make the English version, and just slap that on that guy's character. For now, though, let's head out south of Violet City, grab our Ulwa apricorn, that is the color of happiness, yellow indeed, so that we can set out on a very, very happy adventure. And this is the way... Actually, this is the Ruins of Alph over here. Let's not explore it just yet, but I'll introduce it, I guess. It's got really, really cool, creepy music, and it's basically an archaeological dig site with some backstory behind it. We'll visit it later on, but right now, I'm not really digging it. So we're just going to head out to Azalea Town as was planned from the very beginning, and we'll take care of the Ruins of Alph later on. Plus, there's a bit of traveling that we have to do in this episode, so I'd like to get that out of the way before anything. And yes, southward is the way to Azalea Town. You're not a trainer, are you? Uh-oh.
Wait up! What's the hurry? You have some good Pokemon there. It must be from the training you gave them around Violet City.
Yeah, man, I trained him so hard.
The training at the gym must have been especially helpful. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. It increases the power of Grass-type moves.
And we get the Miracle Seed, and this guy should maybe plant that Miracle Seed on his head and water it with some Miracle Grow, because that hairline is looking a little bit lackluster. Not so miraculous, but yeah, the Miracle Seed will increase the power of Grass-type moves. Unfortunately, however, we don't have any Grass-type moves on our team quite yet, so we don't have any use for it. Also, last episode, or was it between it? No, it was last episode, we bought some Repels. Hooray! The most important item in any Pokemon game ever. So we're going to use them. And that is a trainer there. Even though she's staring at the wall, that's a picnicker that will indeed battle you. Is there anything down here that we can get just yet? Oh, I believe this is actually a different route to go exactly where we're supposed to be going. So, actually, you know what? I'll battle one fisherman here. Why not? This is probably a terrible idea. Oh, gosh, he's gonna have 50 Magikarps, huh? I'm really good at fishing, but I'm even better at Pokemon. Oh boy, gladly we've got an electric type out front. Oh, but she doesn't have any electric type moves yet. That's why I battled. Oh, you've only got one Goldeen. Okay, that's acceptable, but oh man, I was scared that this fisherman was going to have 6 Magikarps for a minute and we were going to have to tackle them all to death. I wanted to do this because I believe that our Lamb Chop is going to learn an electric type move at level 10, which she is very, very close to attaining. So let's just bite this thing a bunch of times with Gatorade. Hopefully, please break through. Yeah, there you go, Gatorade. Gatorade's got nothing to be confused about. Goldeen, a floating fish, does not confuse my Gatorade at all. You know, it kind of confuses me, but that's irrelevant so long as Gatorade knows what he's doing. But apparently he doesn't. No, come on, Gatorade. It's because he's unevolved. He's still growing. He's still a young pup. He is making his way in the world, and someday, there you go, he's learned his lesson, and he's going to bite this Goldeen straight through the floor. So with that, Lambchop gains 118 experience, grows to level 10, and learns Thunder Shock. Awesome. So we've finally got an electric-type move on our team. I tried to rush things, but you should also probably not sit on that, what's it called, a tackle box while you're battling me. And this guy's going to try to get our phone number, but I'm not too interested in fishing. It's never really been my thing, neither in real life nor in Pokemon, so we're going to say no to him right now. Before I forget, though, options menu. Here we go. A ton of you guys reminded me to do this. Let's change the, frame, actually, to something a little bit more interesting. What do we want? Let's go with, I don't know, I kind of like this red. Sure, why not? That's a bit more interesting than gray. But we've got the fast tech speed now, so our speed run is truly underway. I did not mean to step in front of this guy. Found some good Pokemon in the grass. I think they'll do it for me. This guy thinks he can step up to us with Pokemon he just found. Ha ha! Come on, youngster Gordon. You're nothing to youngster Joey. And it's a Wooper, so I'm gonna have to change it. I'm just gonna cut this. Alright, and with that, youngster Gordon and his sideways turned hat are done for. And you might notice something a little bit different about the layout from last time. You might notice that Flappy is no longer on the layout. I read a lot of your guys' comments. Some of you guys said that you wanted to keep Pidgey. A lot of people said that they, loved Pidgey and wanted to keep Flappy around. Some people said that they didn't want Flappy on the team anymore because it's not that original of a Pokemon. And because of that, because Flappy is just such a common Pokemon on teams, and I already have a Mareep, which is a really common Pokemon in HeartGold and Soul Silver playthroughs anyway, we're going to go with something else. So Flappy's not going to be a final member on the team. We will have a flying type, a bit of a unique one that, perhaps will take her, it was a her, right? Yeah, Flappy's a she. It's going to take her place and hopefully do us well. But here is the majority of the traveling that we're going to have to do in this episode. We are at the Union Cave, and I'm going to go ahead and throw Gatorade out front because we're probably going to have to deal with a rock type or two in here, something along those lines. And I really just don't want to go through that right now. Let's skip over that classy introduction there, that artwork, which is actually pretty cool. Definitely a step up from Gen 3 with like Fire Red and stuff like that, but yeah, this is Union Cave. You can find yourself some Zubats in here, probably some Geodudes, you know, stuff that you would generally expect from a cave, but I'm not looking for any of that at the moment. Some people suggested that we use an Onix on the team, which is a really, really cool idea. Onixly? Okay, please, turn, dude. There, yeah, please, again, turn, there we go. Probably more work getting around that guy than just straight up battling him, but, I tried to make the dumb pun there. It didn't work. Honestly, I would love to use Onix on a team. The thing is, in order to evolve it into its final form, you have to trade it. And I don't want to have any unevolved Pokemon on the final cut of the team. And I don't want to have to, like, hack in order to trade it or something like that. And I don't have anybody that I can trade with at the moment. So, we're unfortunately not going to be able to use Onix or Scyther or any other Pokemon that you have to trade to get to their final evolutions. With that, however, we're already out of the Union Cave. It's raining. Hallelujah. Unfortunately, it's not raining men. I don't want to have to deal with this guy either, because we're probably going to have a bunch of battles in this video nonetheless. So do you want to turn around, hiker dude? There you go. Let's just run past him, and we are already at Azalea Town. But whoa. What is this guy dressed in black up here? It looks like some sort of thug or something. Are you running around causing trouble, young man? As if I'm in a position to say that. Who are you? You don't know us. We are Team Rocket. What? We broke up a while ago. Give me a break. We have not broken up. Team Rocket. As much as I fear you guys, as intimidating as you are, this on-again, off-again high school bullcrap has got to stop, man. Makes you look bad. Actually, we did once, but we have come back to pursue Giovanni's ambition. See, there you go. On again, off again, just like I said. So much drama. Enough talking. Just shut up and beat it. Thud! He actually said that, I imagine. Whoa, did you just punch that old man? That is not cool, dude. What's up with that? Nothing's going on. It's unsafe to go in there, so I'm standing guard to make sure people don't wander in. Am I not a good Samaritan? The Slowpoke Well, also known as the Rainmaker Well. Locals believe that a Slowpoke's yawn summons the rain. Records show that a Slowpoke's yawn ended a drought 400 years ago. Who was keeping track? Did somebody sit and watch a single Slowpoke for like years until it yawned and then ended a drought? That's amazing. But we've got a gym over here in Azalea Town. Do you know about Slowpoke Tail? I heard it's tasty. Aren't you glad I told you that? Excuse me? That's like if I needed to get a haircut or something, I don't know, and a guy's standing in front of the barber shop and says, "Oh man, Snickers sure are delicious. Aren't you glad I told you that?" No, I'm not glad. Team Rocket, they might have the power with the Pokemon and the ability to take over the world, but as far as marketing goes, they probably need to hire somebody new. But what is in here?
Who are you? Brian, eh? You want me to make some balls? Sorry, but that'll have to wait. You know Team Rocket. Oh, don't worry, I'll tell you anyhow. Team Rocket's an evil gang that uses Pokemon for their dirty work. They're supposed to have disbanded 3 years ago. Anyway, they're at the well, cutting off Slowpoke tails for sale.
Ooh, that is actually really gruesome. Even to this day, that's super creepy.
So I'm gonna go give them a lesson in pain. Hang on, Slowpoke. Old Kurt is on his way.
Whoa, spry old man. With some demonic intentions, apparently. Actually, they're very good intentions, because Team Rocket is off abusing Pokemon for profit, and that is just straight not cool. Whoa. Apparently, Kurt got into a tussle with this dude. How are Pokemon doing on health? Yeah, we're fine. Apparently, Kurt got into a tussle with this dude, and they battled it out all the way down this ramp and into this well over here. Ooh, there's a Slowpoke at the bottom. He looks so he looks so terrified and like he's asking for help.
Hey there, Brian.
Hi, how you doing?
The guard up top took off when I shouted at him. Get off my lawn. But then I took a tumble down the well. I slammed down hard on my back so I can't move.
Ooh, do I need to call an ambulance? Dude, look at how tall this ladder is. This dude must have fell 15, 20 feet, something like that. Oh my god, Kurt, are you okay? Should probably be dead, but like I said, spry old man. Respect.
Rats! If I were fit, my Pokemon would have punished them. That can't be helped. Brian, show them how gutsy you are in my place.
And we have been hired to take Team Rocket out of the Slowpoke Well, and because they're doing such vile things to these Slowpoke, we are going to do exactly that. I was standing guard up top when some old coot yelled at me. He startled me so much that I fell down here. You fell a long way, man. How about I vent my anger and take it out on you? So first you fight an old man, and now you fight a little kid. What is wrong with you, man? All the while you're chopping off Slowpoke tails. That is unforgivable. This was always a really memorable story arc in my childhood because it's just so straight, like, it's out there. It's out there. They're actually abusing these Pokemon, these innocent Pokemon, and cutting off their tails. I'm sure Slowpoke tails, like, regenerate or something like that, so it's not that bad. Because Game Freak couldn't make anything that freaky in their games. That would just be crazy. Anyway, we are fighting off Team Rocket Grunts. We're going to be doing this left and right for a little bit. He's going to send in another rat-a-tat, whatever, rat-a-tat-tat on my drum. Let's send out Lambchop this time and see what kind of damage she can do to this thing. She's primarily going to be useful against things like, Coughing and Zubat, because obviously she's super effective against Zubat, and Coughing is a physical wall, while our Gatorade is a physical attacker that could create possible problems for us. We're just going to use Thundershock, though, and do not bad damage to this Rattata that's only a level beneath us, so it's going to do some damage to us. 10 with every quick attack, gotta watch out for that, because we've only got 3 or 4 potions on us. I updated our items between episodes, meaning I went and bought a couple potions and like a Pokeball or 2 in case we run into something that I just have the urge to catch, you know? But there we go, level 11 Lambchop, and we've taken out a Team Rocket Grunt. Ugh, this is not my day! Got some money for winning. Apparently even criminals abide by the rules. Sure, we've been hacking off the tails of Slowpoke and selling them. Team Rocket will do anything for money. That is straight up evil. You know, they're not trying to, like, take over the universe or destroy space and time itself, but Team Rocket does not mess around. They admit to it. They are just horrible, rotten to the core, and I love Team Rocket for that reason. What you got for us, lady? Stop taking Slowpoke tails. What? You want us to disobey a direct order from Executive Proton? If you want to stop us, you'll have to defeat us all. Go ahead and try. Okay, well, here is another Team Rocket grunt. What are you going to be packing this time around? She is wearing a different outfit from the male grunts, and we've got a Zubat to go up against. Shall I switch out? I feel like she probably has another one. I didn't see how many Pokemon she has, so she probably only has this, and I'm wasting my efforts. But let's just water gun it a couple times. Oh, yes! This nice dodge of the Supersonic. Super annoying fighting Zubats with Supersonic. Because being confused in Pokemon battles is not the most fun thing in the world. But Gatorade knows how to avoid noise, apparently. He's just that amazing. And we're going to grow ourselves to level 16. Man, we are strong for this early. Ekans, actually a special wall. We'll just stay in with Gatorade. And I know it probably doesn't matter, like, stat distributions this early on in the game or anything. Oh, I should have switched out. Oh, well. But that kind of stuff probably doesn't matter all that much early on, but it's nice taking it into consideration, you know? I've been playing a lot of random matches online on Pokemon Showdown recently, so that thing kind of, it just pops into my head, you know? I can't get it out of my mind, even though it's not that big a factor. But there we go, bite this thing, it's gonna fall down, it's gonna uncoil itself, and we've defeated the second of the Team Rocket grunts here. You rotten brat! How dare you call us that after what you're doing here? Is there anything of interest down here? I feel like there's probably a hidden item. Okay, got away from that. I know there's only like a step or two left in the whole cave, but I'm just gonna use a repel anyway. I can't wait until we get super repels because those are so much easier. And there we go, found ourselves a super potion, speaking of super things. And it looks like we've got one more grunt, and let's lead off with, Lamb Chop this time, actually. Looks like we've got one more grunt and a boss up there to take care of. So, are we gonna have to fight you? Yes, we are!
Quit taking Slowpoke tails. If we listen to you, Team Rocket's rep would be ruined.
Actually, it might improve, like, a lot. I'm 10 years old and I know more about marketing than you do, my friend, but he's gonna lead off with a Rattata. We're gonna lead off with our Lamb Chop, which is going to fry this thing just like you would fry a lamb chop. Okay. I'm not very good at talking smack, but Lamb Chop makes up for that with her raw power, shocking that thing straight to death. Oh my gosh. So you're going to send in a Zubat, because apparently Team Rocket grunts don't understand how Pokemon work quite well. And we're going to fry this thing up just as we did with that previous. Wow! Lamb Chop as well with the dodge. Oh my gosh, we are out of the way of these sound waves. We are so good that we climbed out of the cave to avoid the sound and climbed back in so fast that you guys didn't even notice it. With that though, get rid of this Zubat, and what do you have for your final Pokemon? 100. Wow, geez, Lamb Chop's gaining levels pretty quickly too, up to level 12, and going to send in another Zubat. So I guess that sending in the first one wasn't a terrible decision, considering that's all that this person had left. But I wish that especially villains teams were a little bit more well-rounded with Pokemon from everywhere as well. Because Team Rocket's got like a bunch of poison types, and then Rattata. And then, I don't know, Team Magma's got a bunch of fire types, Team Aqua's got a bunch of water types, but I wish things were a little bit more well-rounded. It does change as the game goes on, but early on, not so much. There we go. Sent some money from this villain to our mom. Hey, money's money. Doesn't matter where it came from. A Slowpoke with its tail cut off. Huh? It has mail. Read it? Whoa, I forgot about this. So, you've got mail. Be good and look after the house with Grandpa and Slowpoke. Love, Dad. I gave Dad a kid voice. Okay. But, wow, they're taking people's Slowpoke. Not just wild Slowpoke, but pets of people. Another Slowpoke with its tail cut off. You know, I cannot stand for this, so I'm gonna spray all kinds of performance-enhancing drugs all over my Pokemon and then teach you a thing or two about morality, Mr. Proton, or whatever your name is that earlier grunt said. What do you have to say to us, you evil man?
What do we have here? I am often labeled as the scariest and cruelest guy in Team Rocket. I strongly urge you not to interfere with our business.
And here we go, facing off against the Rocket admin Proton. For being named Proton, this is a pretty negative guy. Apparently he's going to lead off with a Zubat, and being the scariest guy in Team Rocket probably doesn't mean much if all you got is a level 8 Zubat. So, we're gonna Thundershock the crap out of this thing. It didn't even see it coming. Not that it has eyes to see it coming with, but it didn't see it coming. You know, you get the point. And with that, he'll send in a coughing. We'll just stay out here with Lambchop because, like I said, a coughing is physically defensive. Lambchop is specially offensive, so you got nothing for us.
Doesn't matter where we go, there's always someone who doesn't agree with us.
Well, generally, when you commit crimes, that kind of tends to happen. I don't know, comes with the lifestyle. But this coughing is gonna fall right through the floor. Ooh, it's actually not bad on the specially defensive side either. Probably just because it's the same level as us. And now we're poisoned, and this thing could do some damage to us. But I believe in Lambchop. Hit it with that Thunder Shock again. Let's see, can we get the paralysis? That would be nice. No, we can't, but it's going to tackle us, and that'll probably do, yeah, not very much. So he's doing what, like 10 damage a turn, something like that?
Are you serious? Did you come here thinking you could mess with our plans?
That's exactly what I came here thinking, actually. Actually, you know what? An old man ordered me down here and told me to destroy you, so I'm really not sure what I'm thinking. And now he's going to play it like a coward and hit us with a smoke screen, so he thinks we're going to miss this next Thunder Shock. But Lambchop doesn't need any of that. Lambchop is not taking it. Lambchop came to destroy a floating ball of gas that looks very, very happy for being knocked out just now. But there we go. We've defeated that coughing. We have defeated the Rocket Executive Proton, and we have kicked Team Rocket, hopefully, out of the Slowpoke Well. With that... Wait, did we... Whoa, that was so much experience. Oh my gosh.
For a kid to be this good, I didn't see it coming.
Probably because you're turned around. You're too obsessed with, like, striking that cool pose, so you're not ever facing anything pertinent to you, but there we go.
Team Rocket was indeed broken up 3 years ago, but we continued our activities underground.
I get it. You're underground.
Small obstacle like you won't be much of a problem for our mission. I advise you to be very afraid of what is to come.
If you have to warn me to be afraid, you're probably not doing it right. But hey, Kurt, how's it going?
Way to go, Brian. Team Rocket is taking off. My back's better, too. Let's get out of here.
He's got, like, godlike healing abilities, too. Jeez, that was quick.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, I followed you here. No need to greet me again, but whatever.
You handled yourself like a real hero. As I mentioned before, Team Rocket was disbanded by a boy called Red 3 years ago. Now that they have come back, I have a bad feeling about it. In any case, it would please me greatly to make Pokeballs for a trainer like you, Brian. This is all I have now, but take it.
And we got the fastball.
You have apricorns for me? Fine, I'll turn them into Pokeballs.
And now we can bring our apricorns to Kurt, and he will turn them into different Pokeballs. Let's go with the, green apricorn, I suppose, right off the bat. Let's give him, just one of them for now. Oops. Yes, just one. There we go. And he will tell us,
take a day to make you a Pokeball. Come back for it later.
That's right, I'll give you my grandpa's number.
Oh, she's handing out his number for him, but there we go. Let's register Kurt in the Pokegear, and he will inform us of when our ball is done, I believe. He could tell us more about apricorns, but instead, we're just going to talk to this Slowpoke. No. I agree, 100%. And with that, I believe we're going to wrap up this episode of Pokemon HeartGold. We made it here to Azalea Town and kicked Team Rocket out of the Slowpoke Well, learning that they are indeed involved in this game in one way or another. So we're going to have to worry about them from here on out. Let's keep our eyes peeled and see if we can take down this criminal organization. But thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and in the next episode, we will be heading off to do something else. And what might that be, you might ask? Well, we do indeed have a gym here in town, so perhaps we'll take that on. The Azalea Town Pokemon Gym, whose leader is Bugsy, the walking bug Pokemon encyclopedia. Bugsy will be our objective in the next episode of Pokemon HeartGold. So, thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I would appreciate it even more if you could leave a like rating on the video down below if you enjoyed. With that, I will see you guys next time.